So as soon as Sanat Kumaras say, Naraji, we will all go to Haridwara and at the banks of Ganges start the Jnana Yajna of Narayana Smriti. Sannyasis la kayethu pota, they will not put their signature. They will say Narayana Smriti. So this is a yajna performed towards Narayana. It has 18,000 shlokas. Jnana Yajna. Yajna we have to, and the yajnathukulla nambo we have to actually havis podano illaya. There is a yajna kunda and you have to offer havis. Which is the yajna kunda in Bhagavata Jnana Yajna? The yajna kunda is the ear, it seems. Our ears are the yajna kunda. And what is the havis? This tongue, no? This tongue is like that instrument, the tool which offers that havis. So the tongue is that tool which gives the havis. This is the yajna kunda and the havis offering is the Bhagavata Kirtanananda offering. So this itself is a yajna. This itself is a yajna. The fire burns all our sins, all our kama, krodha, moha, mada, asuya, ego, ahankara, mamakara, all the anavashya, everything goes away. 18,000 shlokas, 12 skandas. And each skanda is divided into adhyayams. It is in the form of a dialogue between Parikshit and Seth Shuka. And to sustain the devotees, Krishna himself infused his energy, his cosmic energy, Tirodhaya Pravishtoyam Srimad Bhagavatarnavam. Krishna is not just in the Rupa, he is in the form of Bhagavata. Today is Rohini. The organizers informed me that today is Rohini. We are starting on a Rohini during this Purushottama Masa. Rohini avatar is not Krishna avataram aprandane naalnikadane descent of the divine. No. Krishna's avatara is Bhagavata Shabda Rupa avatara itself. Bhagavatam itself is Pratyaksha Krishna evahi. Every bit of every shloka is Bhagavatam. So Naradji questions the Sanat Kumaras about the Mahatmya further, and then he starts, Sanat Kumaras say, what doubt do you have? Even the Pancha Mahapatakas have been redeemed because of listening to this Mahapurana Bhagavatam. Tungabhadra tate purvam abhut pattanamuttamam yatra varna swadharmena satya satkarma tatparaya. Mahatmya starts with Karnataka, Tungabhadra. So beautifully, it's all coincidence. Tungabhadra tate purvam, he says, once upon a time, on the banks of river Tungabhadra, there lived a Brahmana called Atmadeva. He was very well versed in Vedas. He was a practitioner. He got married to Dunduli. Dunduli, his wife, was very, very cruel. She was totally miserly and she was engaged in worldly gossip. WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, ibdithan pole irukku. Appove Dunduli kalatle, she was very quarrelsome and she ruled over, she was very dominant and she ruled over Atmadeva. They were childless. So that Brahmana Atmadeva happened to meet a sannyasi and then he said, please, I want putra bhagya. That sannyasi looked at his forehead and the tala eduthu paathe solliduva. Na putro na piva putri tatas chinta turo brisham. I'm feeling very bad that I don't have a girl or a son. He said, why should you feel bad? People who are having children are only feeling bad nowadays. So why should you feel bad? Sannyasa is sarvata sukham. Sannyasa is sarvata sukham. So take to recluse. That Brahmana said, I want to hear the prattling of that lisping of my children. How they taught the toddlers toddling, abde tatka budka nadakarde, playing, crawling. I want to see all that. I don't want sannyasa. And that said, I will give you a fruit. Go give this fruit to your wife. Whoever eats this fruit, very cleverly he said, whoever eats this fruit, that person will beget a child. This lady, as soon as Atmadeva gave this fruit and said, I'm going for a Tirtha Yatra, you take this fruit, Nyapama Saptudu, don't forget, if you take this fruit, whoever takes this fruit will get pregnant. After he left for Tirtha Yatra, look at this story. I'm just telling you the translation of Padma Purana's Bhagavatam Mahatmyam. Avu nenachikrala, ayo, if I become pregnant, I will become pot-bellied. All my beauty will go off. And I will not be able to eat properly. I will become very tired and feeble. All the more, the topmost problem is my husband's sister will come and take away all my possessions and belongings. And also, what if the child is not in the proper position? All the unwanted things, if the prarabdha karma is like that, it will make you think that way. What if the child is in the breech position? This program itself is being conducted by a host of gynecologists. This dundu, it starts with this. Dr. Lata ji, Dr. Nandini ji, very, so many years they have been friends and they've been asking me to do this Bhagavata. Mahatmya itself starts with this. What if the child is in a breech position? I have to suffer the pangs of childbirth will be very, very severe. I'm so delicate, so let me not eat this fruit, let me give this to the cow. So she gave that fruit to the cow. Meanwhile, she was very, very disturbed. What if Atmadeva comes and asks, Saptiya, Abdin Kepare? So she had a plan. Her sister was in the family way. So she adopted her sister's son. Adu vandu Dundukari nu peru. 3 months later, this cow also gave birth to a child, a human child with the ears of a cow. That is why the child was named as Gokarna. Gokarna Kshetramla irukku. Same. It's not all mythology, it's all what happened here, Tungabhadra Nadi, Tatatla, whatever happened. And so both the boys grew together, but Gokarna, Rishi kudutha and the fruit. So he was very sattvic. But this Dundukari, Duddu Gu Galanane Duddu Gu Galanane Duddu Gu Galanane Odu Rajuna Yendo Duddu Gu Koduku brotsura Koduku brotsura Rezane Zareza Zaniba Mamari Apani Bani Sadutto Shiva Manitagrid Umudabjavang Manasagochara Duddu Agalabutamulayandu Nibai Yundaga Madi Lego Puhina Duddu Kuyugalanan Nedura Tiripu Pamama Siruta Prayamula Nade Bhajana Amritha Rasa Vihina Kudar Kudayina Duddu Kuyugalanan Nedura Pamama Direza Sari Vibhushan Mula Koraku Nodula Madi Karaka Baligi Katupu Nimba Chiriginatti. Whatever Dushtatana, whatever bad things we do, Tyagaraja Swami points out a list. That is what is being done by Dundukari. As the mother, so the son. Dunduli did not want to eat the fruit and have a sattvic child. So this Dundukari does whatever is there in this Duduku Gala. Paradana Mula Korogu Norula Madi, all the Paradana, all the wealth in the world he wants. This was one Dundukari at that time. Ipopata Nariya Bear, all the wealth in the world, some people want. It will be with 1% of the people, all the wealth in the world. No dharmic activity. And what will they want? They will want only themselves to be happy. Tana Madini Bhuvini Saukya Bhujivanane Yanuchu Sadadina Mulukadibe. Whatever is very nice to look at. On the chair, Nannarke. Oh, this. They will go for yoga sessions. Yoga class. Pata Bre deep meditation Lokandrika. We will be thinking, perfect yoga she is doing. After 45-minute meditation, she will open her eyes, Pata, that beautiful necklace, Theriyum. Pakkathila yoga student, Kazhuthila Thongathu. It is hanging around. Next day, I have to buy this and then only come to this yoga class tomorrow. Yogaha, Chittavritti, Nirodha, adella unnu kadayadu. For fitness only. Only for fitness. What use? So every excessive desire, problem of plenty, everything that we see we want. And the fan, actually the house has all things totally unnecessary. We have no place to live. Only sofa, 4 sets of sofas, 4 computers, 4 laptops. While coming the flight, I saw they will say, no, please put all your mobiles and chargers on that separate plate. You have to put your mobile and chargers. All the people, the whole bag is full of mobiles, laptops, chargers, and I thought, where will they keep their dress? At least their dress, they should have some place, no? 4 laptops, 4 iPhones, 4 phones, then 5 chargers. My goodness, seeing that itself, I got into an electronic mode. This is really horrible, full of electronic gadgets. What will happen to our life at this rate? Totally surrounded by radiations, not positive radiations, all negative radiations, negative vibrations everywhere. Where will we go for peace? All this, if you touch the button, food will come. If you touch the button, you can order clothes. If you touch the button, everything else, notebooks, pencils, electricity man comes, plumber man comes. If you touch the button, everything. So nobody needs mother, father, watchman. Edume yarukume thevilla. But if you touch the button, will you get shanti? Will you get peace? One touch of a button, will you get happiness? Will your heart blossom? Adikki touching pipata bhagavatam rasamalayam. That is the touch button. And the button totta da shanti, anandam, blissful happiness, peace. All others taking us away from peace. All scientific advancement, no advancement being made for bringing peace into our lives. Taking away peace from our lives, only all the advancements. So here, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸಾರಂಭಗುಲಲನ ಸದನಾ ಅರ್ಭಕಸೇನ ಅಮಿತದನಾದುಲನು ದೇವಾದಿ ದೇವನರ ನಮ್ಮಿತಿ ನಿಗಾಗನುಪದ ಭಜನಂಬು ಮರಚಿನ. We have forgotten bhajana. We have forgotten bhajana. Amita dana. So much to. In those days, one Deepavali, one birthday, we will have 2 dresses. So we will be looking forward to when Amma will buy the dress. That also Amma only will buy for us. Whatever she buys, we will wear. Today, nothing is exciting. Dress, irike thousands of dresses are there. Wardrobe is full of dresses. Then papada, every day they make papada, oil papad. Deepavali only we used to have sweets and bhakshanam. Nothing is rare. Nothing is rare. Only love is rare. Prema is rare. Nobody is laughing at anybody. Nobody is hugging anybody. Nobody is talking to anybody. Nobody is even seeing the eyes of anybody and talking. So let us all love each other. That only is very, very rare today. Prema anubhava. That only Bhagavata can give. Only a guru can give. That prema. So this Dundukari, he brought in all prostitutes because he had Amita Dana. Because I told you Atmadeva was very rich. He had everything. So this Dundukari stole. He brought in all the wealth. He brought all the prostitutes to home. Atmadeva shouted at the top of his voice. Annike and the sannyasi sonnada ketirukano. I made a mistake. Now, child is also daridram, wealth also gone daridram. I myself have become a daridra. He shouts at the top of his voice and then Gokarna says, why are you shouting, Appa? All people think happiness comes from the belongings and possessions and because of relationships and because of all these bondings. Happiness comes from giving up all these possessions and giving up all these belongings and giving up all these relationships. You go to the forest, read Dashamaskanda. Atmadeva goes to the forest, reaches the Dashamaskanda and attains Vaikunta. And now because the father is gone, Dundukari is all the more bold. He shouts at his mother. Mother shouts back again, Ennama enna kattuva. All the stories 5,000 years back. We have to remember that Kala, because nowadays it's so rare, it's so common. Appolla adu romba rare. Adanala he shouted back at his mother and in anger he killed his mother. Ange podachach. He cremated his mother there itself. For their turn, these prostitutes in turn took away all his wealth, squandered all his wealth, and they killed this Dundukari. Ibde that cycle completed. Gokarna, somewhere he had gone to a Kshetratana, he heard of all this story. And at Gaya, he felt very sad because ennada irunnalu amma, appa, brother, that bonding will be there. So Gaya Shraddham. For all those people who we are not able to do Shraddham at Gaya, that Pinda Pradhanam, that itself will give so much solace. During the COVID times, people could not be given due farewell, samskara. Pinda Pradhana at Gaya, if you do, that is a good farewell. So he did, and then he came back to his house at Tungabhadra Nadi, Tata. There he saw this haunting evil spirit inside the house, headless body moving here and there. He was not afraid because he knew all the scriptures. He said, who are you? That spirit said, I'm Dundukari, your brother. Gokarna said, I have already done Pinda Pradhanam for you at Gaya. Unakku innu nee karayarleya? He said, even if you do 100 crores of Pinda Pradhanam at Gaya, I cannot be redeemed at all because I have killed my mother herself. Matrahatti. Gohatti, Matrahatti, Panchamaha Patakam, everything I have done. Nobody can actually do anything to me. And I feel so horrible to be haunting like this. And that was the time when Gokarna did the Bhagavata Saptaha. He caught on to a pole. That spirit was actually done Avahanam onto a pole. On the 7th day, and the pole oru kanuva vedichi, that pole itself burst. A Vimana came from Vaikunta and took even Dundukari to Vaikunta. The power of Bhagavata is such. That is the power of Bhagavata. Even that haunting evil spirit became redeemed and went to Vaikuntha. That is, all this is given in Padma Purana. So, Prathama Skanda begins. All the 6 chapters of Padma Purana beautifully explains that even the Pancha Mahapatakas can be redeemed. And it starts with Janmadhyasya yatonvayat idarataschatteshwa vignyaswarate tene brahmahridayadikavaye mukhyanti yat surayah tejo vadimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha namnasvena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi dharma prachita kaitamotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayon Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni-krite kim va paririshwaraha sadyo kridya varudyate prakritibihi shushrushivistakshanate nigama kalpatarorgalitam phalam shukamukat amritadrava samyutam pibhata bhagavatam rasam malayam muhuraho rasikaha 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 bhuvi bhavukaha pibhata bhagavatam. Prathama Skanda begins by meditating on the supreme reality from whom the universe sprang up, from whom the universe resides, and from whom, into whom this universe dissolves into. Janmadhyasya yathonvayat itarataschatte shvavignyaswarate tene brahma hridaya adikavaye muhyanti yat surayaha. Once upon a time, Naimishe Animisha Kshetre Rishayaha Shaunakadayaha in the forest called Naimisharanya. Even today you can go to Naimisharanya. So all this is not mythology. This is what happened. Shaunakas and other sages performed the Satra Yaga. And one morning they asked Suta Pauranika. Pauranika is one who narrates all these stories. During the yajnas, there is a particular time when you're supposed to hear stories about the glories of the Lord. The Shaunakadis went to Suta Pauranika and they said, "You are so adept in all the Puranas and Itihasas. Whatever Bhadarayana sage Vyasa knows, you seem to be knowing. Please tell us. In Kali there are so many scriptures, so many Puranas, Matsya Purana, Garuda Purana, Markandeya Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Brahmottara Purana, Bhavishottara Purana. Now, nobody is going to read any Purana. It's all going to be lying in the library. All will be reading only Harry Potter. Children will not know Ramayana or Mahabharata. They will read all unnecessary novels and confuse their mind. They know to read, but they do not know what to read. There was a time when people did not know to read, but they knew what was right and what was wrong. Today, all people are literate. But are they wise? God knows. So here I need the quintessence. The Shaunakadi says, please give us the quintessence so that we are cleared of all our doubts and please, whatever has whatever can bestow the greatest mangala and auspiciousness during this period, please tell us that. Suta Pauranika begins his exposition by meditating on his guru. Who is his guru? Yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vineduhu tam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. Shuka Maharaj. Shuka, who is one with the cosmos. Avarikkonde ta othar, tannu othar da, he is a male, Vyasaputra, nothing he remembers. He has become one with the cosmos. That is why Vyasa wants to teach him Bhagavata. After writing Bhagavata, Putreti, he calls out. Vyasa calls out to Shuka. Oh Shuka, Putra, Putreti tanmayataya. Shuka cannot hear Vyasa's voice. He is not able to see any Veda. Total Advaita. Adi Shankara, we have Adi Shankara. This is Adi Shankara's Mata. We have just seen Jagadguru Adi Shankara. We have heard of his teachings. We have read his shlokas. But putting it into practice, says Shuka. Typically, like Sadashiva Brahmendral, or perhaps Sadashiva Brahmendral like Seth Shuka, I should say. He is just wandering. He has become one with the cosmos. So as soon as Korande Kupta, Yenna, the trees are replying. Not Shuka, because he has become one with the cosmos, one with the universe. After going down to Seth Shuka, Suta Pauranika begins the 3rd chapter where he describes to the Shaunakadis about the so many avatars of the Lord. Avatarahi asankyayaha. And then the 4th chapter. Suta says, Shaunakas asked this question, Suta Pauranika Kita, why did Vyasa write this Mahapurana? This Samhita, Paramahamsa Samhita, why did Vyasa write? What is the goal of this Bhagavata? 4th chapter of Prathama Skanda. And then this Suta says, Dwapara Yuga itself, people became very weak. Mandaha, Sumandamatayaha, Mandabhagyaha, Hyupadrutaha. So sage Vedavyasa knew that nobody is going to do Vedadhyayana. At the Vedadhyayana, it's going to be Vedas. Abdina German, some people in Europe and some people in Germany will be doing Vedadhyayanam. Indians will not do. If some German scholar or some American scholar comes and tells us, and this is a very good, have turmeric in your milk and then drink, Apudina, ayo turmeric, that American scientist himself has said. Amloda Rishi Seppayo Solirpa. We always have that Western moha. So Vyasa knew that. So he was very depressed. Appoda Naradji came to Vyasa. And he says, Vyasa, sage Vyasa, anybody in this world can have a gloomy face, not you. You have written 17 Puranas. You have written Panchama Veda Mahabharata. Why should you get depressed? Vyasa says, Vyasa is not depressed because of his loss of peace. He is depressed looking at us. He is depressed because the future is going to be like this. What is going to happen to our generation and the next generation? Apoda Naradji says, don't you worry. Aham purati Vaibhavam mune dasyastu kasyaschana vedavadina nirupito balaka eva yogina Shusrushane pravriti nirvivikshata aham puratita Vaibhavam mune dasyastu kasyaschana vedavadina nirupito balaka eva yogina Shusrushane. Ennappa, நாரத்ஜின்னு என்னை கொண்டாடுறாளே உலகம் பூரா. யூ நோ ஹூ ஐ வாஸ் இன் மை பூர்வ கல்பா? நான் ஒரு வேலைக்காரியோட பிள்ளையா இருந்தேன். ஐ வாஸ் த சன் ஆஃப் அ maid servant who used to sweep and clean vessels. During the last kalpa, my mother, that maid servant, she was serving some yogis during the Chaturmasya period. In the Chaturmasya da adnal da sonno, this is a coincidence. Chaturmasyam bodu sannyasis otherwise they do not stay at one place for 4 months. Only during the rainy season they are allowed to stay at one place. Chaturmasya kala I ate their uchishta prasada and I became totally addicted to their soul ravishing stories about the Lord. They imparted esoteric wisdom to me and just I understood. What? ஒரு மருந்து தயார் பண்ணணும்னா, say for example COVID virus, if you have to prepare an antidote for that virus, it has to be prepared from the virus only. The medicine for the virus will be prepared from the virus itself. அதே மாதிரி whatever activities we are doing which lead us to transmigration and punarjanma, next janma erumaya, next janma panniya, next janma kosuva, iya, we never know what we are going to be born as. But the same activities, punarapi shayanam, punarapi asanam, we eat, we drink, we go to office, we earn, we have a family, we give birth to children, we raise them up, all these ordinary activities which lead to transmigration, the same activities, if you do it as Narayanayeti Samarpayami, if you offer it to Guru Ayurappa, then these activities themselves will take us to Vaikuntadipati. Just as the virus or the antidote is prepared from the virus, these activities, householders' activities, whatever we are eating, show it to the Lord and eat. Whatever we are going to office, whatever we are doing, it is a service. Manava seva is Madhava seva. Adu appadiye arpanam pannu. So Vyasa then says, as a child you got this wisdom? Yes, I was 5-year-old. So 5 vayasula varadhu 50liyum varadhu. Nowadays people think all this Bhagavata Purana, Mahapurana, Bhakti, Harikatha, idella after 60. I'm keeping it after retirement. Who knows whether we are going to live after 60 or 70 or 80? Nowadays 20 itself they are getting BP, sugar, thyroid, all problems. By 15, 20 ella problem irukku. Adada our parties were better than our ammas were better than us, we are better than our children and mari. So he says, Narada says, yes, I was just 5 years. You know, in fact, I lost my mother when I was 5-year-old. A snake bit my mother. But instead of crying, because of the satsanga that I had during the Chaturmasya, I did not sit and cry. I went to the woods, I meditated on the Lord, and that Lord, He revealed His beautiful form. He revealed His beautiful form. His lotus eyes, His lotus hands, His lotus feet, His lotus navel, His lotus face, smiling mandahasa mukha, with a pitambara dhariya, kaustuba mukta kandrana, Srivat Sankita Vakshastalana. With that beautiful face, He revealed His form, and in the next kalpa, you know, I am now born as Narada, as Brahmaputra. And this veena, I did not buy it from any store. Devadattamimam veenam swarabrahma vibhushita murchayitva harikatham gayamanaha charamyagam. The Lord Himself called me, Narada, keep this veena. This veena will be your companion, life companion. It is decorated with Swara Brahma Vibhushita. Taking this as my companion, as my satsanga, I'm wandering everywhere around the 3 worlds doing the Murchayitva Harikatha. I'm doing the Harikatha. I'm going everywhere so blissfully, totally bliss, totally in bliss. He has given me this veena and he has given me this music. Shri Naradanada Sarasi Ruha Bringa. Shri Naradanada Sarasi Ruha Bringa Shubhanga. 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 Shri Naradanada Sarasi Ruha Bringa. Dinamana Rakshaka, Dinamana Rakshaka, Dinamana Rakshaka, Dinamana Rakshaka, Dinamana Rakshaka, Jagadisha Besha Sukasha, Dinamana Rakshaka, Jagadisha Besha Sukasha. Shri Naradanada. Veda Janita Varaveena Vadana Tadvagya. Veda Janita Varaveena Vadana Tadvagya. Kedahara Tritapa Kedakara Tritapa Rahita Kechara Vinuta Kedakara Tritapa Rahita Kechara Vinuta Yadava Kula Japta Sada Bodha Kritaya Munivarya Yadava Kula Japta Sada Bodha Kritaya Munivarya Sada Bodha Kritaya Munivarya Shri Datyagaraja Shri Datyagaraja Viruda Shri Datyagaraja Viruda Shri Karama Alaya Shri Datyagaraja Viruda Shri Karama Alaya Shri Naradanada Sarasi Ruha Bringa Shubhanga. Shri Naradanada Sarasi Ruha Bringa 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 Bringa. Bringa means Vand, bee. Tyagaraja Swami calls Narada as Bringa. He is a bee. Why? That bee is always suck honey. And whichever flower has more honey, it goes to that flower. This Narada, who is a bee, goes to that flower which has the most honey. And that is our lotus-faced Padmanabha. Padma Mukha, Padma Kara, Padma Pada, everything is a lotus about him. Sarasi Janaba. There is a beautiful story which my Guru SriSrianna would say. Sada Moda Hridaya. This Naraji is always happy. Sometimes people don't like others being very happy. ஏன்னா நம்மளால ஹாப்பியாக இருக்க முடியலல்ல. We are not able to be happy, so we don't like people smiling. Sometimes they will come, என்ன எப்போ பார்த்தாலும் so many people coming, sitting together and smiling and laughing. என்ன கூத்து வேண்டியிருக்கு all this. Because they are not able to laugh, they go for therapy sessions, it seems. Laughing therapy. 10,000 rupees they will pay the bill and then go for the therapy, and finally 10,000 கட்டினோமேங்கிற இருக்கிற சிரிப்பு போயிடும். Even that laughter they will lose. They will end up having BP. So here it seems Ugrasena Maharaja had a doubt. How is this Narada always happy? Because he is doing the Harikatha. What is this? What is the secret? He called Naraji and said, please, I want to know the secret. You are Sada Bodha Hridaya. You are always happy. How is it that you are always smiling? People with everything, everything is good, still they are not happy. They have everything, good post, good job, good wealth, good house, good children. Even then they are not happy. Imagine me, Ugrasena, my son is Kamsa. All the more I am always in tension. In the Kamsa enna panna porano. So just tell me if you have some mantra or something like that. Naraji says, yes, I'm having a mantra. I keep chanting that. That is why I'm happy. Nanache, please teach me that mantra. And then Naradji says, Krishna is always happy. He was born in the jail, still he was happy. He could not live with his parents Devaki or Vasudeva, still he was happy. He had to graze cows in Gokulam, still he was happy. He had a lot of asuras, Putana, Shakatasura, Pralambasura, Trinavarta, still he was happy. He had to go away from Gokula, still he was happy. He had this bad uncle called Kamsa, still he was happy. At any instance he was happy, right? So I keep chanting his mantra, Shri Krishnam Pranamamyaham, Shri Krishnam Pranamamyaham, Shri Krishnam Pranamamyaham. That is why I am so happy. Sada Moda Hridaya. This Ugrasena Maharaja, when somebody does the Upadesha, we always have this habit of not doing that Upadesha. Upadeshathukkulla again curiosity. How is Krishna happy? சொல்ல வேண்டியதானே மந்திரத்தை, ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணம் பிரணமாமியகம் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணம் இல்லை எப்படி, how is Krishna happy? Let me go and ask Krishna. He goes to Krishna and he says, Krishna, Krishna, I have heard that you are always happy. Do you have any mantra? Because you were born in the jail, you suffered so much of Karunya Rasa in your Charitra. Still you show your Charitra as Leela, and you always play happily, play on the flute with the gopis, Rasa Leela and Kaliya Nartana. Beautifully you dance. Do you have any mantra or mantropadesha for being happy? Krishna said, yes, I have a mantra. See, that is why I came. சும்மா வருவேனா? ஆளுக்கால் ஒரு மந்திரம் வச்சுருக்க. Everybody is having a mantra for happiness, secret to living. So let me find out. Please teach me that. Krishna says, come closer. அதெல்லாம் மந்திரம்லாம் லவுடாக சொல்லக்கூடாது. Give me your ear. வந்தா, say this mantra. நாரதம் பிரணமாம்யகம், நாரதம் பிரணமாம்யகம், நாரதம் பிரணமாம். Naradji only is very happy always. He goes to Kamsa, he goes to Hiranyakashipu, he goes to Prahlada, he goes to Dhruva. Nobody treats him like an enemy. Thinking of Narada, I am happy. But Narada said, thinking of you, he is happy. Yes, he is happy because he thinks of me. I am happy because I think of him. Ugrasena understood, finally. Bhaktas think of Bhagavan and Bhagavan thinks of the Bhaktas. So that relationship gives total bliss. What else do we need in this world? Think of the Lord, be happy. Think of the Bhaktas, be happy. What else do we need in this world? He understood. Finally, Ugrasena also still, even though he had Kamsa as his son, he became happy. He understood the relationship between Bhagavata and Bhagavan. So now, Naradji told his katha, full katha to Vyasa and says, till now you have been writing stories about Duryodhana, about Ashwatthama, about all the Kuru dynasty kings. Write about Krishna, then you will become happy. Write Bhagavata Purana about Krishna. So he then started writing this whole chronicle on the western banks of Saraswati river. அது வந்து Samya Prasamne பேரு, and the hermitage of Vyasa. He begins writing this, and then Vyasa teaches this to Shuka. So now Suta begins the story of this Parikshit. Parikshit is a Rajarshi. Raja turned into Rishi. Prathama Skanda is fully about Vyasanarada Samvada. After Bhagavata Mahatmya, it talks of Vyasanarada Samvada and then goes to Parikshit's Charitra. Duryodhana is lying with his broken thigh. Thigh is broken. Everybody gone. Out of 100 Kauravas, all the Kauravas are gone. Duryodhana is lying down on Kurukshetra battlefield with a broken thigh. Still Ashwatthama's fire of Asuya, that jealousy, this fire, if it is outside, if it's burning outside, you can drench it with water. But if this fire of jealousy is burning inside the heart, எந்த தண்ணியாலையும் அதை அணைக்க முடியாது. So this Ashwatthama was head-bent on killing all the Pandavas along with their race, along with the clan. Swapatam Shiramsi, the children of the Pandavas were sleeping. This hard-hearted, cruel Ashwatthama தூங்குற குழந்தைகளோட தலையை போய் வெட்டினான். Swapatam Shiramsi. All 5 children of Draupadi, they were sleeping, they were looking like Pandavas. Ashwatthama was head-bent on killing all the Pandavas and their children. He just chopped off the heads of all the Pandavas' children who were sleeping and then went away. Morning, Draupadi comes to wake up her children. Pata, the heads are rolling on one side. Just imagine how Draupadi would have felt. Immediately, Arjuna vowed, I will bring that desperado, whoever that wretched killer is, I will bring his head to you, Draupadi. This is a shapata. I promise. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Bhaktana Bhayankara Tvameko Dakyamana Nama Pavargosi Samsrite. He goes, Govinda Priya Sarathi. There also, Partha Sarathi drives the chariot for him. He goes. Ashwatthama actually discharges the Brahmastra. That is the Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga is the shloka where Arjuna does Sharanagati here also. Save me, what should I do now? Krishna says, Ashwatthama only knows to put the Brahmastra. He does not know to take back the Brahmastra. You shoot another Brahmastra and take back both Brahmastras. Everywhere Krishna teaches. And then finally Ashwatthama is brought like a sacrificial animal. Arjuna catches hold of Ashwatthama, what should have Draupadi said? Kill this wretched murderer. He killed my 5 children at one go when they were sleeping. Nirayudapani. He did so much adharma. That is what we would have expected. No. People think that Draupadi is a Rani full of vengeance, Kshatriya, Rani who is full of vengeance. Never. Draupadi is a Mata full of compassion. You know what she said? Muchyata mesha Brahmano nitaram guruhu Marodi dasya janani Gautami pati devata Yataham mritakasarta Amritakasarta Rodimi ashrumuki muhuhu Muchyata mesha Brahmano nitaram guruhu Marodi dasya janani Gautami pati devata Yataham mritakasarta Rodimi ashrumuki muhuhu Mucyatam, leave him off. Avane vidu. Yeah, he is like our Dronacharya, Guru's son. Guru Putra is Guru for us. Because Arjuna, you are such a great archer because of his father's compassion to you. Not only that, let not he be killed because let not his mother suffer like how I am suffering because of the loss of my children. I have lost my children. And I am crying. If Ashwatthama is killed, her mother will also have Putra Shoka. Let not that mother have Putra Shoka. Na padra vedana avalik varavanda. Look at the compassion of Draupadi. So Arjuna left him just taking that money, that chuda money, he has that money with that. He just cut off that gem alone. What should have Ashwatthama felt? Such a great lady, so compassionate. She has in fact done such a great sacrifice and she has let me. Dushtas, no, they never change. Swabhava. Immediately he thinks that Uttara Kumari, Arjuna's daughter-in-law, she is also pregnant. That little fetus in her womb, I should not leave that child also to be born. The Kuru Vamsha, entire Pandu's Vamsha should be extinct. So for killing the child, he discharges this Brahmastra. And the amount, just imagine the amount, the volume of anger and jealousy and asuya. And the Brahmastram porde, Uttara Kumari, who is a widow already, a Garbhavati Stri, she comes out, something is burning. Appo kuda Arjuna kaapathan sollala. Arjuna was a great archer. Bhishma kaapathan sollala. The whole family, look at them. Devotion out of distress is today's topic. Everywhere, Pahi Pahi Mahayoginne Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyam Tvadabhayam Pashe Yatra Mrityu Parasparam Mahayoginne Deva 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 Jagatpate Nanyam Tvadabhayam Pashe Yatra Mrityuhu Parasparam Yatra Mrityu Parasparam Yatra Mrityu Parasparam. Jagatpate Krishna Govinda Dwarakadhisha. She just falls at the feet of Krishna. Krishna, just then he had crowned Yudhishthira as the king and he wanted to go to Dwaraka along with Satyaki and Uddhava. Chal na tere porthu. As soon as he hears this voice of a screeching voice of a lady, I've heard this voice somewhere. Immediately Krishna feels, oh my God, it is my Arjuna's daughter-in-law's voice, Uttara Kumari's voice. Satyaki tera tiruppu. That chariot, it just jal, it goes and stops before Uttara Kumari's palace. Generally, the queens do not come out, Garbhavatis do not come out, widows do not come out in those days, but all these three, she is a queen, she is a widow, she is a Garbhavati, she thought of nothing but the feet of the Lord. She just came running and fell, surrendered at the feet of Krishna and said, Gopala, Dariya Toro, Gopala, Dariya Toro, Gopala. ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಭವಪಾಶದೊಳಗೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕವಿಲ್ಲದ ಜಂತುಗಳಿಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿಲ್ಲವೋ ನನಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿಲ್ಲವೋ ನನಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಕೆಡಿತನತದೆದು ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ನನಗೆ ದಿಕ್ಕೆಡಿತನತದೆದು ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ನನಗೆ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಗೋಪಾಲ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಸಿರಿಹಯ ವದನನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕರದನ್ನ ಸಿರಿಹಯ ವದನನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕರದನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಪರಮ ಭಕ್ತನಿಗೆ ಸಿರಿಹಯ ವದನನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕರದನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಪರಮ ಭಕ್ತನಿಗೆ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ನೀನಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೈಯಾರೋ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ನೀನಲ್ಲದೆ ಕೈಯಾರೋ ಭಾರೋ ತೋರೋ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಗೋಪಾಲ ದಾರಿಯ ತೋರೋ ಗೋಪಾಲ 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 Sirihaya Vadanane, Vadiraja Swami's composition. I don't have any other refuge. Diggobavarillavvo yanage. Where is my Diggu? Where is my refuge? Dariyatoro, please show me a way. Let this Brahmastra burn me, not the child inside me. That is motherhood, right? So as soon as she surrendered at the feet of the Lord here, he became an Anumatra. Ella siddhiyum irukillaya, anima, mahima, lagima, prakamyam, ishitvam, vashitvam, all the ashtasiddhis are licking the dust of the feet of Lord Krishna. He became an Anumatra. He entered the womb of Uttara Kumari. Actually, he could have protected just like that. Abhayam. Sonna porume. Why did he enter the womb of Uttara Kumari? My Guru SriSrianna would say, only then it will be such a solace for Uttara Kumari. It seems now Uttara Kumari had twins, not just Parikshit in her womb. One was Bhagavata Parikshit, another one was Bhagavan Krishna. Both were in the womb of Uttara Kumari. Such a Bhagyavati. That is why this song is in Bhagyeshri. The raga's name is Bhagyeshri. Bhagyavati, the Bhagya that Devaki had, Uttara Kumari had. So he enters the womb and makes the Brahmastra ineffectual. Brahmastrata yaravadu posa naaka mudiyuma. It's not like a Deepavali firework where it gets drenched in Bangalore rains. Bangalore mala poyinche apdi Deepavali and பட்டாசு பொசன்னு எடுத்து எரியல, அது மாதிரி கிடையாது. திஸ் பிரம்மாஸ்திரா, இட் இஸ் அ மிசைல். இட்ஸ் ஸ்டார்டட் வித் சந்திராயன். டுடே இட் ஸ்டார்டட் வித் சந்திராயன். பிரம்மாஸ்திரத்தை இன்எஃபெக்சுவலாக ஆக்கணும்னாலோ, சந்திராயனை எஃபெக்சுவலாக ஆக்கணும்னாலோ, இட் இஸ் ஹிஸ் சங்கல்பா. இட் இஸ் ஹிஸ் சங்கல்பா. ஸோ தென் he made that Brahmastra ineffectual, and then he, wonder of wonders, Ajaha, who is unborn, enters the womb and then gives darshana to Parikshit, because the baby inside, just now the gynecologists were telling me, inside the fetus, how it responds, no? It would have got scared, right? The child would have got scared. So, the Lord gives Parikshit a beautiful darshan, even in the womb. Pathuko, enna nanna pathuko, abhayam. Abhayapradana not only to Uttarakumari, to the fetus inside. And that is why whenever, as soon as he was born, I saw somebody in the womb of my mother. Where is he? Where is he? Va, inda munjila nannave illiye. I saw a very beautiful face inside the womb of my mother. Who is that? Pariksha panni, that child was known as Parikshit. Vishnu put a picture. The arms of Vishnu. So Vishnu Ratan, Vishnu Dattan, all that. Just then Kunti comes, she comes crying. Krishna, how many times will you protect me and my family? How many times? You are with me every second. Every second you are with me. How many times will you protect me and my family? I just don't know what to do. I cannot say thank you, Krishna. I just say namasye. Namasye. Namasye purusham tvadyam Ishwaram prakritev param Alaksham sarvabhutanam antarbahiravastitam Maya javanika channam ajnadokshajamapyayam Nalakshase mudanisha nato natyadaroyata Vishante mahatmye purushada darshanate asatsabhaya vanavasa krichrataam hriде aneka maharataskrato draunyastratascha smahare abhirakshita Kunti Stuti. Kunti here, she says, till now she's the atte of Krishna, no? So she will put some akshada and say, God bless you. Yare God ye. She's blessing God. God bless you. Akshada poduva. But now she says, Namasye purusham tvadyam. I bow to you, Krishna. Onna poi ennodaya brothers son enna paatene. Adyam purusham prakritev param. You are beyond everybody. You are the primordial person. How many times you have saved my family? Vishat, my small son, younger son, Yudhishthiraka younger vandu Bhima. When Bhima was poisoned, Korakatala poison vechachu. Eppo, when he was such a small child, even when they were children, they were not freely allowed to play. Bhima was poisoned and then pushed into the river by Duryodhana. Appo kuda Krishna came and saved. Vishate Mahagnehe, they tried to burn us up. Varnavadatla, the whole wax, Arak Malige, the wax palace, whole palace was built of wax. They tried to burn us up. You saved us. Mahagnehe Purushada Darshanate Bakasura, that demon. He would have eaten up Bhima, but you gave him strength to finish off that Bakasura. And all these were under demons madri irka ivaltende prachana irnda kuda okay. Asat sabhaya, I thought it was an asat sabha where my daughter-in-law Draupadi was crying. Yenda oru ponnukku nadakadadu, her robes were being pulled. She was being disrobed in the midst of an assembly where Bhishmacharya was sitting, where Dronacharya was sitting, where Kripacharya was sitting, where there was Vidura, where there was Gandhari, where there was Dhritarashtra, but still that is Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krichnataya. She cried and she cried and she cried, my daughter-in-law, that gem of a lady Who came to protect her? Not that Bhishma, not that Dhritarashtra, not that Gandhari, not that Dronacharya, but Parakumadade Parambarisiyanna Aparangala Ksamiswa Kariya Rakshisi Draupadiya Moralalisi Kariya Rakshisi Draupadiya Moralalisi Kariya Rakshisi Draupadiya Moralalisi Karala Koliduni Korade Dayadi Kariya Rakshisi Draupadiya Moralalisi Karala Koliduni Korade Dayadi Sariya Rasanina Sariya ನಿನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾರು ಕಾಣೆ ಸರಿಯಾರು ಕಾಣೆ ಕರುಣಿಸೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕರುಣಿಸೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲ ಕರುಣಿಸೆಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲ ಪರಾಂಬರಿಸಿಯನ್ನ ಅಪರಾಧಗಳ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸುವ ಮಾಡದೆ ಪರಾಂಬರಿಸಿಯನ್ನ ಅಪರಾಧಗಳ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸುವ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಮೊದಲಾಲಿಸಿ ರೇ ಮದರ ಮರೆ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಮೊರಲಾಲಿಸಿ ಮಬರ ಪದ ಮಬರೆ ಮರೆ ಮದವ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಮೊರಲಾಲಿಸಿ ಪದ ಪದ ಪಾಪ ಮಗದ ಮದ ಮಮ ಮಪದರ ಮರಾರಿ ಸರಿ ಮರಾರಿ ಸರಿ ರೇ ಮಮ 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 ಪದರ ಮರಿ ರಿದ ಪದ ಮಪದರ ಮಮ ದ್ರೌಪದಿಯ ಮೊರಲಾಲಿಸಿ Karunisaya Sri Ranga Purandaradasar says, Draupadiya Morelalisi, when Draupadi cried, and now when Uttara Kumari cried, Draupadi's daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law Draupadi cried, you protected. Draupadi's daughter-in-law cries, you again protect her. Mride mride aneka maharatastrato draunyastrata. Drauni is Ashwatthama, Drona's son. That Brahmastra also has been rendered ineffectual. So I'm going to conclude with a prayer. Kunti says, what prayer? Please do not give me any suffering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu aduva. No, totally opposite prayer. What? Vipadassantu na shashvate tatra tatra jagadguru. Please let calamities keep befalling on me again and again. Why? Only then I can see the way, the beauty of your protection. Every time you protect me, it is a different shaili. From poison you protect in another way, some other way. From the fire you protected in another beautiful way. Now the Brahmastra you entered the womb and protected. For Draupadi you gave aneka ananta vastra and you protected. Every way that beautiful shaili of you, the way you protect is so beautiful. I want to see that in my life. Give me more and more danger, more and more calamity, but you should save me there. You should be there to save, and I want to see that. And then she says, let that beautiful look of yours. When Yashoda Maya got very angry because you smashed the pot of curds, Gopyadade Tvai Kritagasi Dama Tavat. when you offended Yashoda Maya by smashing that pot of curds, she took a rope to bind you, and you stood with that matte as Udupi Krishna, full of fear, rolling your eyes. Udupi Krishna, again Karnataka. We started with Karnataka Kshetra and ending with Karnataka Kshetra. Took a rope to bind you. Your kajal, no, that mai, it got dissolved in the tears. Already Krishnan Karuppu. And the mai vera karanji innu karupadda. He got more black because of that kajal dissolving in the tears. And that face of yours, let it be in my heart always. Thus concludes Kunti in the Prathama Skanda. Today's topic is devotion out of distress. Right from the Bhagavatam Mahatmyam, you would have seen Atmadeva, devotion out of distress. His son was not a good son. And then Bhakti Devi herself, devotion herself has to be rejuvenated by Bhagavata. And then Sage Narada's story, devotion out of distress. His mother passed away. And then the story of Parikshit. Ashwatthama discharges this Brahmastra. Uttarakumari, devotion out of distress. Everywhere, Atmadeva, Narada, Uttarakumari, Draupadi, and then finally Kunti Stuti. There is one more Stuti, Bhishma Stuti, with which we generally finish off. But that can be devotion out of distress as well as devotion out of discernment. So postponing that to tomorrow, today we finish with this Kunti Stuti, and then tomorrow we will have devotion out of discernment, where we have Bhishma, Parikshit, Jadabharata, Gajendra, Prahlada. Bhagavata has so many stories where each of the story narrates to us that saramsha of bhakti, bhakti and bhakti. Through bhakti, mukti, mukti and mukti. Muktim tu dasim. So, let us meet again tomorrow at 6:30 by the grace of Sringeri Sharadambal. Shyamala Sundara Vara Sukumara Shaure Karuna Paravara Navanita Dharikshirahara Narayana Vanamala Dhara Vattavasalate Mangalam Variga Vibhushita Kesha Keshavanigamanta Kritavata Shuddha Bhakta Hridaya Vilasa Siddhata Bodhana Manasa Hamsa Vattavasalate Mangalam Radha Virachita Leela Ramana Ravana Kamsa Murasamharana Kavaniyana Narakshita Bhuvana Ravita Swamika Hridaya Viharana Vattavasalate Mangalam Krishna Mangalam Mangalam